Hey guys, welcome back to our YouTube channel. In the previous tutorial, we discussed how we create base page and how we put the methods under the base page. What method we need to put and how we use that method in our pages file. Now here in this tutorial, I am going to discuss how we separate the credential environment detail from our test script. Like you can see URL, I'm using here username and password I'm using here. In the other test also using. If I go in the orange HRM here I am also using. So this is not good practice to put the credential in hard coded in the test script. Our credentials should be separate from the test script. So let's see how we separate. First of all, like we have here the URL, this step we are navigating in each and every test. So let's separate this navigation. So in the conf test, I am going to create another feature def navigate URL. Okay, and in this navigate URL, let's copy the method to navigate the URL. And let me create this as a PyTest feature. Its scope is here class, so we can remove this so that it will run before each and every method, because feature by default scope is method. Now this self will not work here because this is not under a class. So in that case we can apply the request CLS driver. So replace this request CLS driver. This request we can pass here as an argument, right? Now this is done and ready our fixture. Now we need to use the next step this fixture to our base test. Copy this, go to the base test here at the rate pytest.mark that use fixture this py small and pass the fixture. Okay, now let me run one test. Orange HRM log commented here and running the test. Okay, so now you can see it's working. URL navigation is code is running from the conf_test.py. Now, second thing, as of now, these are a credential are hard coded. Let's move this in a separate file, a configuration file. So in that case, I am going to create a conf.py file. Okay, created conf.py file. So basically, let me first understand where we need to put the credential. So credential we can put different ways. We can put under the py file, we can put in Excel file, we can put in JSON file, XML file, or any configuration plate files. We can put our environment details so that it will be easy in if we need to update these details. But here I am going to put in a conf.py file using the dictionary. So let's first create a dictionary. Like this is the credential. Okay, here first I am putting URL, put URL. Second is the username, then password. This is colon, username is admin, password is admin123. We can put also username In this big I can mention user ID or user. This is username. Okay, let me show what I will put here. So basically when we log in, right, username, password, and this is the username we need to put. So that in future if needed we can change this. This is username. Okay, URL I can copy from here and put here, here. Okay, so this is ready. Let's see how we use these credentials in our test script. So first of all, we need to import the credential dictionary in our file. Like here, I'm going to use, so from conf import this dictionary. Okay, now if we can replace this completely by using dictionary, here we can pass a URL. Same key what we are passing here. This is URL. So we can put here URL. Similar way, we can import this in our login file and then use the detail. Okay, what is the key? User, password, and this we can replace with another test. Here we can replace, and then in dashboard test we can replace. Here we can replace. Import this. So this is the uh, from conf import credential. This we need to copy and paste here in other classes. Okay, this part we can also comment. No need this now because we have separated this in a picture. So this is not needed. This is also not needed. Okay, next is the username. So we can replace also username. This is username. Let's replace this. Okay, now let me run and you will see it will work. So I'm going to run this dashboard. Here there are 2 times I'm logging. Okay, so let me run the test. Yeah, run successfully, both tests pass. So in this way we can separate our login, our credential from our test script and put into a separate file. Now next, here you can see these login is common, right? If I look here, this step is common in each and every test. Also logout is also one part. So what we can do, because this is the now duplicate, all these lines are present in all the tests, right? So what we can do, we can separate this from our test and put in one fixtures. Okay, so let's create one fixture here. By test fixtures इसको by default we can put methods, we can leave a default. So default is a method, login, log out. Okay, we can pass here request. Now coming to the back, copy the login step and paste here. Import this login class, imported, and here we need to replace this with CLS. Okay, and next we can put here yield. Okay, and then put the logout step. Now login and logout feature is separate. Okay, so now feature is created. Let's apply this login logout feature in the test. So basically where we need to apply, we need to apply in the base test. So let's add here one more feature, copy this login logout and go in base test, paste here. Okay, so now this login logout is also applied here. So every time when we run our test, it will first log in and then log out at the end. But if we want to specific only class, so then we can apply only on a class. But this is global because in this application for every test we need to log in. So that's why we are putting here in base test, so that it will automatically log in and after that log out for each and every test. Now, here we don't need login step because this step is already available in the pictures, so no need. Let's me remove all these. As of now, I'm commenting this. Okay. Now let me run, and you will see it will be automatically login from pictures and log out from there. So login done, and then log out after verifying menu. Second login and log out. So both tests working fine. So now our login and logout is separated from our test. So you can see this is more reusable because login and logout we are reusing uh, from the pictures. Similar type, now these steps no need because every times we are login, right? So we don't have a need login separate test, but if we need, just create a blank test here, run it, and you will see. Yeah, working fine. And in our user management, we can also comment these lines and then log out. So no need these lines here because automatically it will log in from picture. Better we can remove this. Now you can see I have reusable the code, right? Our code is also reduced. Number of lines is also reduced. So we can also remove this import and go to the other test. Remove this. Remove this also. And these we can also remove the import. No need now. Okay, so this is the number of test steps are reduced now from the test script, just because we are using here the fixtures for login and logout, and also we parameterize our credential from the external files, that is conf.py file. So if in future if we need to change the URL, username, password, we don't need to go in our test script. We need to only update in a conf.py file. Hope this will be helpful, like to separate our login components, URLs, navigation URLs, as well as putting the credential in separate files. And if you like the tutorial, please click on the like button, subscribe the channel, click on the bell icon so that you can get latest videos notification, and also share this tutorial to your friends and colleagues. Thanks for watching the video, and let's meet in the next tutorial where I will separate the test data from the test script.